going to do is we are going to learn about text creation. It's very important. You may have to use the test. How to create a text is very important. So we'll just go through that. So let me open a small file, small size. So it'll be easy for you to see that. I will select from here inches, maybe say 5" by 4". Okay, I have just made a screen here. So I'm going to use the text tool. So you come and click here, text tool. You can see there are 4 options there: horizontal type tool, vertical type tool, horizontal type mask tool, vertical type mask tool. There are 4 options for the text. So let us take the horizontal type. You click here. The size is very big, so we'll reduce the size to little 30. So this is the size. You can see the cursor there. And I will type Asadi because the color is red. So if you want to change the color, you select the text, click here, and select whichever color you want. Click outside. Okay, tick. So you created a horizontal text. So if you want to modify, select this again. You go to text, select this again. You want to continue something S4, S2. You can use the move tool to move wherever you want and keep it here. So whatever you want to do, you have to select it. I want to change the font. So I will go to the text, select it, and go and change. You can change any font you want. This is the same thing, similar to our Word file. So I selected this now. So if you want to change the color, you select it, go here and change the color. Whichever color you want, you can put. I can go here and change the font anytime. I can change the size from here. There are many options available. The text sharp. Some fonts this will work. Some fonts it may not work. So you can try these different options. Some fonts it will not change. And this is for left line, mid, right. That means when you select this, suppose you have 2 text. Class. And I will select this and make very small. To 40. And if you select now, center, so that all the text becomes center. It became left. You see that it is moving to the left. It moving to the right. So that's how you can change the alignment also. This is for color changing. Let me delete this now. So you can use move and you can rotate also. Rotate, cancel. So whenever you want to change correction, you have to come to now. Just selection is not possible. You go to the text, select it. Okay. When you click this, you get more options here. Almost similar option, but you have more options available here. When I click this one, you can see you can change the font from here. You can change the color from here. You can increase the height. Increase the height from here. Suppose I'll keep something here. Left and right. Next. Select this. Suppose this is 100% now. Suppose I make it to 70%. You can see the height is adjusted. The width, everything is adjusted. The height is adjusted here. Even though height is 36, it compresses from the. When you have 100%, you get the exact 36 size. But you can adjust the height of that individual letters. Suppose I keep here 20. So a little adjustment you can do from here. And this is for width adjustment. Suppose I keep 50. So all the fonts became very, very close together. Width, usually it will be 100. So you can adjust the width of individual letters. 100. I'll keep it back 100. So there are a lot of things you can try and check from here. It is possible. Okay, you can try different methods you can use here. So this is how you do the text, horizontal text. You can change the color, you can change the width, and so many small arrangements are there. You can change, use this also, different way you can try. So main things, these are the main points you want to change, but more options are available. This is about the horizontal. So let me delete this. Now I will go to text. I'll make a vertical. Sorry, you can see that you can write in vertically. If you want to write something in a vertical way, you can use the vertical. You can select this, change the font, change the size, and any other option from here. Everything you can do, whatever you are doing for the horizontal. You can see the color also you can change. I hope you got some idea now what can be done using the text. We delete this. Let me go to horizontal mask tool. When I click is here, when you do the text, no, when I do horizontal text, I'm getting only single color or solid color. How can I fill here? Gradient tool, it may not work. Gradient tool may not work. So how can you do that? That is where we can use the mask tool, horizontal type mask tool. So let me keep this here. Let me go to text, horizontal type mask tool. So immediately it creates a masking color here Now you type whatever you want. So once after typing, you just say accept, click. You can see that he created a selection. When you use the mask horizontal tool, it created a selection. Now I will go to gradient tool. I will select a color. Let me select this. I'll go to text. You see, it has created a gradient color. You can change other. Horizontal mask tool. Also the accept it. You want to fill this color here. Go to gradient color. Select the color you want. Just show a line like this. It will be filled. Go to just type Sorry. Okay. I'm moving it down here. I want to curve this. So there is an option available here. See now you can't see, you select, you go to text, select it. There is an option here. This one here, click this option. So there are many options available. Now you can't see anything. Just use this arrow. You can see arc. You can see that your text is curved. You can adjust the curve from here. You can create the curve down. You can distortion, you can try if you want. So many options available here. You can make it bend top or bend. You can select another option, lower. So another model, curve with another model. You can again adjust the curve like this. So when you finish, you get like this. Again, text, select the text. Select it here. Go to this option. There are many type of options available. Some fish type. See, it is like a fish now. Wave. Some wave type. When you click this one, suppose I want to make a top one like this. Some more adjustment you have to make. You can switch off it here. Select. You can adjust a little bit. Sometimes you may have to use down like this. Of course, it will be distorted, but sometimes you want some specific type, we can do like that also. Okay. So if you want to make the text curved, you have to use that option. Select the text, then only see that option. I hope you got some idea now. So this is about our text. Let me close this. Let me open one image. I have an image here. There is an option here called eyedropper. Shortcut is I. Eyedropper is used to select a color from a picture. When I click the eyedropper, you can see now the foreground color is a little gray and background color is green. When I use this eyedropper and pick a color, automatically your foreground color will change. Select it. You see that pen is not coming because your caps is on. You have to switch off your caps. When your cap button is on, you get cursor like this only. So switch off that cap. Now we can pick whatever color you want. Suppose you want the red color. Click. You can see that the red color has come here, and in the swatch color, the red color has been added. Okay. Now if you use the brush tool, you can see that you can use the background color, foreground color for this, and all other things you can adjust from your opacity. All the things you can adjust. Suppose I use the color picker, eyedropper from here. Click, so you get that color. Yeah, that color. Okay. Let me open another picture. Control 0 for zooming. So if I click this color, you get that color here. Color picker. Okay, this color. That color has come. If I click here, you get yellow. Now what happens is when you click, it is taking the pixel where you are clicking, and that pixel color is used here for foreground color. Because the option here is now point sample. That means the point you clicked, the pixel from there it is taken. There are, that image consists of so many pixels. When you press Control plus, you can see the pixel is coming out. You see? Okay, so when I click here, I'll get that pixel where I'm clicking. Click. So that pixel has come. Suppose I click another one. Click. That color has come. So because you are in the point sample. Suppose I change it to 5 by 5 average. So if you click anywhere, it takes around 5 pixels and take the color. See, so for example, if I click the yellow here, exact yellow you did not get because around it other colors are there. You can see that you cannot get the exact color because now you are in the 5 by 5 average. That means he will take average color between the 5 pixels around that particular point. So that you can adjust if you want. You can say 101. That means He will take 101 pixels together and he will take the average color. So now I'm clicking very, very clear yellow. See, you will not get the yellow color because from that particular point, he is taking 101 pixels around and that average color is taken. Even if I click here, you will not get that color because there are yellow, there are other colors here. All this thing you will take average of this much color and you select a color. Okay, so the default is actually point sample, mean you will be taking only 1 pixel and you will get that color. I hope you got some idea about the color picker. And similar way, if you have, suppose you want to pick a color from another drawing from outside, then you keep the two windows together. I want to take the color of this one here in the foreground. In the foreground color, I want to get this color. So what I will do, I will use the color picker here. Color picker, hold here. With the left mouse and you click there, drag it, come here. You can see the color is changing, white. Wherever you go, that color comes in the foreground. You can have, suppose you come here. So you can pick color from outside also. So what you have to do, you click here in your image, drag and go wherever you want. Any picture you want, you go there, you can take that color. You click, so that color has come. One circular is one, you can see when I click something and dragging, one circle is coming, you know, that is because the sample ring is on. And you remove this one and click here and drag, now that is not coming. You can switch on this sample ring. That is to get that ring. Okay, when it's on and when I click here, you can see that there is a top one color and bottom one color. The top color indicates that the color you have selected earlier. And the bottom one is the one you are selecting now. You come here. Click. You can change the selected color is changed now. Okay, that's how you use the sample ring if you want. Now suppose Control 0 to get your full. Let me use Control- to make it smaller. There is another option available under eyedropper, color sampler tool. So what this color sampler tool does is, when you click here, let me zoom it. When I click here, it gives the value of that particular point. It tells you that it is RGB and the color value of that color, you can see a small input number 1 here. And here he is giving the detail number 1, RGB. The point you selected is red 27, green 46, and blue 14. This is actually used by the photographer and experts to find the value of some particular point, and they want to use the same color and other thing for other purpose. We can use this color sampler, color sampler tool. So you can click like this up to 10 points. So number 2, see 2 here, 3, 4, 5. So he's adding the RGB of that particular points. Okay, suppose you don't want RGB, you want to see the CMYK value. You go here and there is a small arrow here, click area, and you can select CMYK. And this CMYK is used for printing purpose. When you want to print a flyer, you start the drawing with CMYK. When you use the RGB, that is enough for other purposes. For example, you want to just create a small image for your website or Instagram, whatever it may be. Those all require RGB. But when you want to take printout, you have to select CMYK and prepare your drawings. When you click your file new, you can see that here RGB color. You have to change it to CMYK and prepare the drawing so that you can print it. Okay, because the file size will be a little bigger. So default is RGB, red, green, and blue. So that value, whenever you click here, you can show that value here. You just go here, click that and select whichever you want. CMYK, HSB value, whatever you want. So default is RGB value. This is the use of that color sampler. It is actually to give you the detail of a pixel. Actually, some photographers may require that. And for an ordinary person, you may not require that. So I hope you got some idea about the eyedropper and color sampler. Eyedropper is used to select a color from an image. You can select the color from a particular point when you keep in point sample, or if you want to take the average nearby colors, you can select whichever average you want. 5 by 5, 11 by 11, 31 by 31, 51 by 51, 101, 101. That means that much pixels average you will take. The clicked point from there, you will select that much around pixel and you get the average color. So usually we keep a point sample. That means wherever you click, that particular value of that pixel is taken. It is left to you. Okay. And as I mentioned, when you use the eyedropper and you click, the foreground color is changed. And you get the foreground color. You can change it to a different pen size. Make a little. Okay. So I was explaining you can use that pixel to select whatever color you want. And as I mentioned, when you click the eyedropper tool, the foreground color is changed. Foreground. Suppose you want to get this color for your background image. Let us press Alt and click. When you press Alt and click, the background color is changed. Okay, you just click, it changes the foreground color. If you press Alt and click, it changes the background color. You can always the brush tool, they use the foreground color. So suppose you want to interchange this. Now the yellow color you want to make it a foreground, which you use this arrow. So you can interchange the foreground and background color also. You can use. So whenever you want a background color, press Alt. If you want the foreground color change, just click using the eyedropper tool.